Warning: the following show features foul language and crappy opinions said either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the Riff Report and the producers must insist that no one attempt to repeat any vocabulary or shoot any malort featured on this show.
Welcome to the Riff Report After Hours, where we chill out a little bit. We start drinking a little bit. Hopefully you can join us all for one of these. Let's go ahead and dink and sink it real quick. And we do funny lists and shitty opinions, and that's what After Hours is all about. So rock on. Rock out with your cock out. There we go. And I'm not bleeping that. This week for After Hours, we got a fun little one. This is a new one. I'm going to give it to Ryan, though, because it's his week. I'm not taking any of his thunder. We had our drink. You have the floor, Ryan. What's going on?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
We are playing a new little game we like to call Album Art Autopsy.
I think I'm going to do a little melt edit on that one. I think that sounds cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
All right, so here's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We've decided this week we're covering death metal. And we are going to be talking about a handful of album covers.
Okay.
And we're just going to decide whether they're good or whether they're not, or whether they're just okay.
Gotcha.
And shoot the shit, you know?
Hell yeah. Yeah. I do know.
Do you know? That's good.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah. This sounds like fun.
It shall be fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's fucking get into it.
Let's get right into it, yeah.
For starters, I chose the album Terrifier by Pig Destroyer.
Okay. Hell yeah. I just
Yeah,
saw
dude.
that one. Oh, yeah. All right. What's the autopsy,
Yeah, dude.
Ryan? What do you think?
We got like a dead woman with some titties. I'm a big fan of titties.
Tits are good. Yeah.
I'm not,
That's why you should always
I'm-
wear your safety glasses. If you're ever doing a job at home, you're cutting wood, you're welding, you're doing anything like that, always wear your safety glasses because you can't hear tits. Remember that. All right.
Yep.
Yep.
That is great advice.
Thank you.
This you know what? This I like this album art.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing I think looks pretty good overall. Like, I like that they tastefully threw their band name into the background. They
Right.
didn't put that up front.
Exactly.
They layered the chick on top.
Right.
So it's like, it's subtle,
Right.
but it's there. I don't know how hot the chick is, but she's got some decent titties for a dead chick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Living dead girl. Right.
living
We'll forgive
dead
it
girl,
this
dude.
episode. It's all right. We're being subjective. We're talking about art, all right?
We don't know
We
that
don't.
this chick is dead.
That's what I'm saying. She could just be bruised and battered, and she could be into that. You know what I mean? She could be a
Yeah,
BDSM chick.
Who knows?
You know what
But
I mean?
I
But-
give it a thumbs up. What do you give it?
Same. Yes, yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. It's cool. Like it's got like a kind of pop arty feel. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I agree with you on the whole band name thing. Like, they don't need to put themselves front and center and detract from the art. And I'm sure there's going to be a
Right.
few that we might talk about later that might have that problem, you know, in other albums, even if we don't talk about them today. Like, they put their name front and center. It's like, well, I want to see the rest of it. You know what I mean? I know who you are. That's why I'm listening to your album.
Yeah.
That's why I bought it. You know what I mean? And usually you've got a little on the spine of the vinyl or the CD or, you know, the streaming app that I'm listening to on. It's going to be right there. I know. I know who
Right.
you are. Get that shit out of here. Let me see what you did. You know, you paid an artist to do this, hopefully. They definitely did at this point in
Yeah.
time. AI wasn't even it was a pipe dream. It was a science fiction, you know, sort of idea. Um,
True that.
but yeah, it's got the cool, like, warm and cool. It's got like a heavy red background. You know, the purple on her bruising and shading. You know, the blood or bruising. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool. It's got some cool elements to it. You know what I mean? There's the plot is very thick on this one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I do. And it's
Hell
a
yeah.
great album.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't. I've talked about him before. I've been wanting to get into Pig Destroyer a little bit more. When I get into my, like, death metal, deathcore, black metal sort of, they'll show up on a playlist, but I've never, like, looked them up and been like, all right, let me explore some Pig Destroyer. I need to do that. So I was a big fan. I picked the song. What was it? Hold on, I gotta go back to my list. Sour Heart on
hell
this
yeah.
one. Great intro, great song. Big fan of that.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Alrighty, well, I think we talked about tits enough. Let's go ahead and move it right along before we get flagged for inappropriate content. Luckily, we have a warning at the beginning of the episode. All right, my first album on this one is Whitechapel's A New Era of Corruption. This album I specifically picked because of all the fucking, like, you know, with death metal, I think, like, death metal and wires and ropes and organs, you know, and shit like that. Like, that, this exemplified all that. You know what I mean? Like, the bare bones construction of the human body. You know what I mean? They've got a
Yeah.
little bit of blood. They got a little bit of gore. They got a little bit of you know, some organs going on. They've got wires. You know, it's just like, you know, the idea of man being, and that's the thing about, like, death metal. Like, a lot of the music itself is kind of, it feels like a machine is making it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is a perfect example of that. You know what I mean? So there's rust. There's literal metal on, you know, the little name. Now, this one is the name, the band name, the album name is in the front, but it's not in the center. It's not front and center. You know, it's in the front, but it's underneath.
Right.
You know, it doesn't
Right.
detract from the rest of the album art itself. But it
Agreed.
correlates very well, and it just kind of, like, flows into everything else. So, yeah, I was a big fan of this one. I think this is a good autopsy. Good
Yeah.
opinion, whatever. It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I give it a thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
I personally, overall, I think Whitechapel has some not great album covers.
Yeah.
Overall,
Right.
my favorite personally would be This Is Exile. This is kind of like a callback to that a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
Like a similar vibe almost. But I do like This Is Exile a little bit better. It's got that same kind of Pig Destroyer feel where the
Right.
name is set back
Kind of
behind
back.
behind the
Exactly.
body. But yeah, New Era Corruption. I dig it. It's a little bit busy,
Mm-hmm.
but not too much.
Exactly. I almost picked This Is Exile, but in my mind, I was like, I feel like anytime I talk about Whitechapel, that's the album I go to. So I wanted to kind of, like, branch out a little bit and explore some, at least one other good album art by them. You know what I mean? I'm in
Yeah.
the same boat as you. Yeah, they don't don't really shine.
Pretty
But I feel like
pretty
they,
ass.
yeah, exactly. But I'm thinking that they're putting more of their time and energy and effort into, the music itself, which is stellar. Honestly, I feel across the board on a lot of their other albums. There's a couple that I don't really know, so take that with a grain of salt. But I've never really found a Whitechapel song that I don't like, So
Yeah.
I'll give them a pass on a couple of them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm throwing out Thelema 6 by Behemoth.
Okay.
This one is a bit older release from 2000.
Okay.
So I guess keep that in mind.
Right.
It's got Nurgle in the front, just like fucking doing his normal thing.
Right.
Just like he's like doing some weird stuff, looking real serious. Got the band name in the corner. So it's not really front and center, but it is like up there.
Right.
Behemoth overall, they've got their album covers are very hit and miss. There's some real bad ones and there's some real good ones. This one, in my opinion, is not one of the good ones. This one is a turd.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in there and say, yup, I agree. When you gave me this list and I was looking at some of them, I think I did pretty good on guessing which one were your bad ones. You know what I mean? And even then, like, without, like, knowing that or whatever, looking at some of the rest of their stuff, like, I'm kind of a fan of a lot of their stuff. There's a couple of them that's just like, but this one definitely, the moment I saw it, I was just like, yeah, that ain't gonna cut it, guys.
That ain't it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think at that point. I mean, they'd been around for a while at that point. What, 90? Was Thy Winter Kingdom their first? No. In the Forest.
I don't even have
Dream Eternally.
I don't even have that on title.
Okay.
So yeah, they've gone back quite a ways.
Right, exactly. So they had a few years under their belt at this point. Maybe some recognition, hopefully. I wasn't following these guys at the time, so I don't know. But there definitely were better albums before this and a lot better ones after that. So I feel like they were just trying to maybe venture out a little bit. I don't know. But this isn't it, Chief. Y'all could have done better on this one, that's for sure.
You know what it screams? It almost has like a new metal album art.
I was going to say like Korn.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get out of that. Or I don't know, something else from the 90s. It had its place in the time frame it was released, and I'm sure people loved it. But now that we're looking at it 26 years later, it did not age well, that's for sure.
Yeah. Not great.
Exactly. Nice. Well, good bad pick. All right, bad pick.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's what we're here for. All righty. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and take it away. We've got an EP release from honestly one of my favorite bands. I do very much enjoy listening to these guys, but not really a fan of this album. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with it. It's the Evolve EP by Chelsea Grin. This was the first EP that I got into by these guys, so I'll give them credit. This is a great music, bad album art sort of pick. It obviously showcases what their name is, the name and the band name and the EP name are a little bit off to the side, but this art just kind of looks like something. It looks like fan art that was made and then like colored in, so it's better art than I could make for sure. I'll give the artist at least that credit, but it just it just screams like, why did you guys okay this? Like you could have cleaned it up a little bit more, done whatever, but hey, I know your band's name is Chelsea Grin and there's somebody with a Chelsea Grin, so gotta give you credit at least, but I just can't keep looking at it, it's not too gory, it's just like, ugh. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like I don't want to keep looking at it.
Yeah.
So, but I love all the music located within. It's got a good color scheme. It's dark. Chick's eyes are glowing. There's blood and fucking visceral, sort of things going on. So I guess you know what I mean. It's mid at best. You did the job, but I'm not wowed. So, and I think this was one of their first or second release. No, this was an EP released after their first couple albums, which
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say were any better at this point, but they were a little cleaner looking. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I definitely would take the album art from My Damnation
Right.
over this.
Exactly. And honestly, I liked their earlier one, the self-titled with Requiem on it.
Yeah.
I'll take that one. That's fine. This one it wasn't it.
They have definitely done a lot better in recent years because Eternal Nightmare, Suffer in Hell, and Suffer in Heaven, all great album art.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, pretty cringy.
Right. That's
I
the way
give
to
it
describe it. Yeah.
thumbs down.
Exactly.
All
Hell yeah.
right, well, next up, I'm throwing in a pretty gnarly one, and that is Deflorate by the Black Dahlia Murder.
All right.
This one is probably it's definitely one of the busier ones that I've picked tonight. A lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
Fucking there's like I don't know if it's a man or a woman. There's a big fat guy on a throne with like a bunch of like offspring connected to this gas mask that he's got going on. There's like a big old like fucking scorpion looking fucking thing with arms shooting laser beams, fucking just destroying these fucking people that are standing there waiting for judgment. The line of creepy like monsters in fucking red hoods is pretty dope looking. It's very like occultish. Yeah, the planets in the background makes it pretty obvious that we're not on Earth here. I fucking love this album art, dude.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, let me see here. I'm pulling it up right now. Black Dahlia, from the look, yeah. I mean, other than Unhallowed was pretty plain, but not necessarily bad.
Right.
Miasma, I'm not a big fan of that one. Just the picture of the city doesn't really do it for me.
Right.
But after that, starting with Nocturnal on, all great shit.
Right. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on this one. But like, I guess it's not too different. Now, they've got like kind of Black Dahlia has always had from Nocturnal moving on. They've always had like kind of a theme going on. It's more like buildings, it's more background kind of stuff. Nothing too busy, but there was this one, there was 3 albums specifically. Deflorate, Ritual, and Abysmal. Honestly, great album arts. You know what I mean? I don't hate any of them, but those ones kind of veered off from their normal path. You know what I mean? This one specifically, I will definitely give a thumbs up to as a death metal album cover. But the one thing I like about it specifically is how it invokes memories of a game I used to play called Dragon Quest. I'm trying to or not Dragon Quest. Dragon Age. Excuse me. The
Okay.
last one was a really deep cut. So hey, if y'all like Dragon Quest, get out of here, you fucking nerds. Go touch some grass. But Dragon Age specifically, there's a boss character is in the second one. When you're exploring the deep roads, which is a little area in the Dwarven Mountains, and there's this creature called the Brood Mother. That's what this reminds me of. Now I was looking up, I was trying to find like some sort of meaning behind it. You know, I can kind of infer, you know what I mean? This is like kind of a brood mother character. It's somebody that just creates more of these little monsters or creatures or people or whatever through asexual means, I guess. It looks like they're sapping the life energy from the husks of people
Yeah.
in the middle, and the rest of these like cultists are, you know, worshiping this brood mother, and
Yeah.
I'll just use are deflorating these people to make them into more cultists, I assume. So I know, I mean, some of the tracks like in the album itself, I'm sure kind of correlate. I mean, I'm listening to Necropolis, so this must be the Necropolis that they were in. A selection unnatural. You know,
Right.
denounce disgrace. Christ deformed. This is their Christ deformed. Throne of lunacy. Like, it's all perfect. You know what I mean? Eyes of thousand. I will, all of it. You know what I mean? I love that. This is not just, you know, I'm kind of getting off track here for a second, but like, that's what I love about Black Dahlia is how their album art and their track names and everything just kind of like correlates together, and they're able to tell a story like that. Like that takes a lot of not necessarily talent, but talent and thought and
It takes thought. Yeah.
exactly, you know what I mean? It takes effort to do, and they were able to do it, you know what I mean? So this one was awesome. Just all
Yeah.
around.
I mean, ultimately, Nocturnal is my favorite album by Black Dahlia, but
Hell yeah.
Deflore is a very close second.
Right. Nice.
And I just sent you a picture. I found this patch on
Oh
Google
shit,
Images,
dude.
and it looks pretty dope.
Nice. That's awesome. That's going on the battle jacket, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Love
pretty
that.
fucking dope.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I still gotta build up my battle jacket, dude. I got well, I don't know. I might have to buy a bigger one because the one I have now was purchased like 5 odd years ago, and now I'm just drinking all the time. So I've gained like 25 pounds, you know, working at this fucking bar. So a lot of my old shit doesn't fit as well, you know. And this one's like it's got those little kind of straps, I guess I could say, on it that you can either tighten or kind of loosen. So it's fine,
Yeah.
but it fits a little short now. So I need something a little bit bigger, you know.
Yeah.
And start that process pretty soon. So
Oh yeah.
nice. Hell yeah. All right. Speaking of Black Dahlia Murder, you'll never guess it. I picked a Black Dahlia Murder album as well. I physically own the T-shirt to this album, so I'm a little biased. For all you Wednesday viewers, you'll probably recognize it. I chose Nightbringers by the Black Dahlia Murder. This one was released in 2017, so it's a little bit newer in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's 9 years old at this point, so, you know, whatever. But, yeah. It's my favorite color, so I'm once again very biased. But this elicits feelings of just kind of existentialism and not necessarily depression, but like I don't know the word I'm looking for with it specifically, but it's just sick. Like it's not too busy. There's a decent amount going on, but this is what I was talking about earlier with like Black Dahlia's kind of background sort of feeling. You know what I mean? They don't need to have super heavy subject matter. You know, they don't need to
Right.
have like people. They don't need to have faces. Like they can just set up like some I don't know, just like a background of a haunted forest or some throne of evil or,
Right.
poisonous well or something, And I like that. You know what I mean? This is what I was talking about with the haunted forest. Like there's a bunch of like cultists, in hooded robes walking through this forest into some sort of, I don't know, crypt or tomb or something. There's a mountain in
Yeah.
the background, some heavy clouds going on, the sun or the moon like peeking through. But it elicits just feelings of dread and doom and evilness. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think it's just fucking sick. Now, you got the Black Dahlia Murder right up in the corner, and then on the bottom in some really cool looking text, they got the album name, but then give you like 90% of the rest of the square of the album art as
Yep.
that, like, kind of charcoal or pencil sketch that's like watercolored with only red inks. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome. And it looks really good on a t-shirt. So, got to give
Yeah.
that to them. If you can just literally juxtapose, they don't have to do anything crazy. They're like, "Oh, this is sick. Let's just pop that on a t-shirt, call it a day, make some money." I love that for
Right.
you guys.
Right.
So, way to go.
Yeah. Anytime I'm a sucker for spooky artwork with cloaked individuals. I
Right.
don't know why. Spooky cloaked people are just I just love it.
It's cool.
Um
Right.
it is. And yeah, I agree with you 100%. I fucking love this album art. And I don't know if you saw it, but I sent you a picture of this fucking CD case that I found for this album. It's like a quad fold,
Yeah. That
um,
is pretty cool.
which is pretty sick. And
Right.
honestly, like it's pretty cool. It take the inside of it kind of takes little pieces of the main
Right.
art and
Yeah.
kind of magnifies that. So you get a
Exactly.
taste of
Well,
the
and we're
whole
only looking
thing
at one
and then little
side, so
parts.
I can only imagine like
Right.
the rest of it on the other side. You know what I mean? It probably like completely
Right.
showcases the rest of the art and everything. So that's a really cool
Yep.
concept. The last time I saw something like this, I had a regular at the gas station where you live when I was working there. There's this
Yep.
dude who works at a factory right around the corner who absolutely loved metal, and that was our favorite thing to do. Was just he get off work at like 9 o'clock, and he just come in, get his beer, get his snacks, and before he went home, we just sit there and chat about metal. And he purchased a Slayer album around that time. I gotta find it. Which one it was? This was like 20. Was it Repentless? Yeah, 2015.
That's
Yeah, it was Repentless.
yeah.
And it had that kind of extra fold sort of deal. I don't know if you'd wanted to look it up or what, but I could probably find something
Oh,
too.
I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Oh,
Now,
the fold.
yeah. CD case.
Yeah, let's see what I can find.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, isn't that
sweet.
sick? Like it forms an upside down cross. It's
Yeah, that's
badass,
pretty
dude.
awesome.
Right.
That's the kind of I mean, I know that costs a lot of money to produce.
Right.
Um but if you have the ability to make something like that, that just makes you stand out all
Exactly.
that much more.
Right. So,
That's what I'm here for.
exactly. Yeah, so I'm giving this 2 thumbs up. It's got the Riff Report seal of approval. Keep doing what you guys are doing, Black Dahlia. Keep it up.
Yeah. All right, next up, I got the album Hiss by Wormrot.
Did you say kiss?
These got Kiss.
Kiss.
Hit Hiss.
Yeah, oh, yeah, right.
Uh
I
these
just wanted
guys
you to do that again. That's all.
yeah.
We were talking about it yesterday. I was like, I said the same thing. Hell yeah.
These guys. All right, first off, album art pretty lame. Not gonna lie. Uh but these guys are from Singapore. They got a different style behind them.
Right.
Although, some of their other stuff doesn't look nearly as bad. Um, let me see here. I'm gonna pull them up. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
this is literally their worst
the
album cover.
one exactly.
The rest of their stuff is pretty dope.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of
So
TNT. I mean, it's. I guess it makes a little bit more sense, but it's like nah. I'm a little bored with
yeah,
that one. But this one just yeah, it looks like a kind of like a Japanese pop, or like groove album. I could see this on some other genre, but
yeah,
for some like speed metal, not really.
yeah. Yeah, I mean their album art for like I don't know, I'm gonna butcher the name of it, but uh Dirge Dirge? I don't know. How do you say it? But that album art is sick. Or even Voices, that's a pretty dope
Uh,
album cover. But Hiss, not great. Now I will say this album is fan fucking tastic. But it's just the cover art is just not great.
yeah, yeah, I'm in agreement with you. It's it. I mean, it's cool because it looks like a watercolor painting or some sort of oil painting. I mean, not watercolor.
Right.
And yeah, this kind of thing takes some talent to do for sure. But you picked the wrong band to do this for. You know what I mean? I feel like there's something different now. If I think about it a little bit, maybe it's some sort of like evil mermaid. But if she could have had her face poking out and some teeth or something, I think I might be
Yeah.
down. But the fact that they
Right.
only showcase like above any of that, they lost
Yeah.
out on a pretty cool opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's y'all's
Yeah. I
band,
don't.
whatever. But I'm not a fan.
Yeah. I don't know if you're on Google Images, but when you look this album up,
Uh huh.
you can find a picture of their vinyl.
Okay.
And when you open up the vinyl, it does have some pretty cool artwork of what looks to be this front cover chick holding a blade and clearly
Oh,
slitting the throat of some dude in a uniform.
right. Some like cop or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. I'll
But
give you that. But the fact that I had to first purchase your album and then discover that,
yeah.
come on.
No, if I didn't know who this was and I didn't know what the music was and I was flipping through records at a record store, I would pass this up.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like we've talked about in the past here on the Riff Report. Like you need to don't judge a book by its cover, but judge an album by its cover. Judge a CD by its cover. All right, you need to do something to at least hook the viewer, hook the listener into, and this did not do that, unfortunately.
No, it did not. I mean, there are exceptions. I mean,
Right.
as we're showing here, there's some bad stuff, but that doesn't mean the music's bad. But it is bad
Exactly.
to reel people in with bad artwork.
Exactly. Not as enticing. It's not bad. Give the artist credit. You know what I mean? It's good artwork, but
Yeah.
it's the wrong
Yeah.
kind of artwork. You know what I mean? For at
Correct.
least this, you need to understand your subject matter. All right, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Alrighty. Let's move it right along with my next choice. I have the album Violent Revolution by Creator with a K. This one, like this is a case of I guess you got the right things, but you put them in the wrong place. You didn't do enough with it. There's some
Yeah.
like ghoul head in the middle with some vignette around it, some light vignette, some sort of building in the background. I'm assuming
Yeah.
inciting the revolution. But this ghoul head is like a talking head. It's just the head, and
Right.
the text is stonework looking like mason work, whatever. There's the cutout X in the guy's forehead. Looking at it a little bit farther, there's a second face on the right side of his head, stage right. So like, there's a little blood. This guy, like, his eyes are sewn shut. He's got fangs. There's looks like he got like skin grafted. Whatever. Looks
Yeah.
kind of like Gollum or like some sort of orc or something.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's just not enough. Like, if they could have had this face as a whole body, like inciting some sort of revolution, like stabbing a guy or throwing a pipe bomb or something, killing some humans, I would have been
Yeah.
all about it. But this just seems kind of like, you guys could have done a little bit more. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of boring. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, this album was kind of what we were dealing with Behemoth. This was an earlier release. This was released in 2001. So they're working with what they have. At the time, I'm sure this would have been enough to piss off Tipper Gore for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I mean? It would have been perfect. But now, like, it's a product of its time, and once again did not age that well. That's my vote on it. So I got to give it a thumbs down. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a reissue and they update the art and make something cooler. I don't know,
Right.
but we'll see.
Well, I agree with you. I will say I am seeing they have a live version of this album called Bootleg Revolution.
Okay.
It's the artwork is still not the best, but it at least is a little more than what's going on here. It's a little
Gotcha.
better
Hell yeah.
for sure.
Right.
But yeah, for the straight up album, not great.
Right.
Not great at all.
Let's see if I can find that one. Bootleg Revolutions. What?
Yeah, I found it on Google Images.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that's got a thumbs up for me, dude. I love that.
Better.
That's
better.
Exactly way better. You know what I mean? There's swords. Yeah. I love swords. There's like a brain or something. Let me find a bigger picture of it. I'll look it up on Google.
You got some of those classic bullhead skulls.
Goats.
Goats? Yeah, sure.
Sure, why not? Hell yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's like head split open. There's like looks like Eddie from Megadeth up on top, just like, kind of ripping through it. There's ravens. There's chains. Hella chains, bro. Yeah, that's way cooler. If you guys could have just done this, I would have loved it. I probably would have brought you up in a more positive light. But unfortunately, your violent revolution wasn't violent enough. Your bootleg was way better.
Yeah.
Way to go, creator. Come on.
I don't mean to call you out, by the way, but Eddie is from Iron Maiden. Just so you know.
Fuck. All right. Well, who the fuck am I thinking? Rattlebones. That's who it is. Yeah, it's Rattlebones from Megadeth.
Yeah.
That's who it is. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I had the right image in mind, but just had the wrong name. I'm sorry, everybody. I meant Rattlebones.
It's all right. We forgive you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, my last album is Moon Healer by Job For A Cowboy.
Nice.
This thing is wild.
Yeah.
It's got similar to the Black Dahlia album cover. This has got a lot going on, a lot of colors.
Right. Yeah.
I will straight up just say I dig this a lot, especially for the type of music that is on this album.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the purple, blue, red mixture of all of this. It's very visually appealing.
Right.
Yeah, you got that fucking skull planet breathing fire. You got like a tool looking body with that's transparent, like conjuring some fucking, I have no fucking idea. Some sort of atmospheric fucking spell going
I
on.
think it's like a
You got
black
like
hole located within a sphere of energy. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going on.
yeah. Yeah.
Looks like an
You
eye
got
though.
some sort of monster with many eyes. It's it's just good.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know
It's
what more to say.
visceral, it's esoteric, it's ethereal. You know, for an
Yep.
album named Moon Healer, this does that 100%. I'm a big fan of this one too. I'm a big fan of all of their album artwork. There's not a single for Job for a Cowboy, there's not a single album that I don't that I dislike, you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
understood the assignment, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Doom EP.
Uh-huh.
The like suit, with just the fucking head on the skull on it is a little boring, but
Yeah.
it in general
Right.
encapsulates the music.
Yeah.
And then they straight up just like went off with that in the future.
Yep.
And I was really happy with everything past Demonocracy, how that
Yep.
they kind of changed their vibe a little bit, went away from that same style that they'd been doing for a while. It was
Right.
good, but it was starting to get a little played out. So it
Exactly.
was good that they took a left turn and
Yeah.
went with
Because
something
there's
new.
definitely a point, like, at Demonocracy where it's like, all right, you don't even need to look at the name. Like, you're like, this is a Job for a Cowboy album. Like, I know it. You know, you can just, when you're
Right.
thumbing through, like, vinyls and shit, you're like, oh, yeah, Job for a Cowboy, yeah, right, exactly. And then the next one came out, and then Moon Healer, and it's just like, all right, all right,
All
cool.
right. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, too.
I give it thumbs up.
Hell yeah. Sick. Good autopsy report. I agree with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish us off with one more album. Who would have guessed it? I'm also picking a Job for a Cowboy album, and we're doing a little yin yang thing right now. I chose the previous album, Sun Eater. This imagery
yeah.
is just fucking, it's badass, dude. Like, there's like some Cleopatra chick, with the fucking the skull's there, but it's not a front and center thing. You know, it's showcased,
Right.
but not the focus. You know, she's got a
Right.
bunch of like magical energy coming off of her, standing on top of some blood sigil, in front of a ruined village that I'm thinking she's destroying right now, because maybe she's the goddess and they didn't worship her right or well enough. You know, so she's like,
Yeah.
fine, fuck it, dude. You know, she's eating the
Right.
sun of their future. You can see some ruined, battlements or something in the background, and the sun is
Yep.
setting, being eaten by the world. You know, they got a
Yep.
little Coliseum thing going on down there. It's just fucking badass, dude. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, the burning candles, the skulls, like, the ruined fucking village. Like, for such a small medium, album covers, you know what I mean? You only have so much room to work with, but they made
Right.
this look good. It'd be better blown up on a poster, but they were able to put in just enough to really pique my curiosity, you know what I mean? And the one song that I always pick off this was Son of Nihility, which I think is the perfect song for something like this, you know what I mean? We were talking about it with Black Dahlia. They're just everything about it. The album art, the track names, just everything kind of connects into each other, and that's some solid musicianship and creativity. It's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, this is when Job for a Cowboy for me, like, so obviously I was into Doom and Genesis and Ruination.
Yep.
I did by Demonocracy, I wasn't really that on board, but when they came back with Sun Eater, I was back on board. That
Exactly.
album is their best album, in my opinion, start to finish.
Yep.
It's they definitely took a step forward, and they were like, all right, we're no longer a straight death metal band, we're a
Yeah.
death prog band.
Exactly.
Who's just, we're all over the place, we're doing crazy shit.
Right.
A lot of very talented dudes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know, some of the bass lines in these songs are just fucking crazy. Like, you guys can do
Dude,
this?
wild.
You can do this too? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just fucking groovy,
dude.
but like dark and heavy at the same time. It's just absolutely insane what they've been doing, you know what I mean?
I honestly think that's probably my favorite part about this whole album is the tone and the prevalence of the bass.
Right.
They cranked that shit the fuck up. They wanted that to be a focal point.
Yep.
They knew what they had on record with
Exactly.
that bass.
Right.
So good.
Didn't you just pick up a Job for a Cowboy album? Was it Ruination?
I
You got it on
did.
CD. Yeah.
It was not.
That's
It
gonna be the
was
thumbnail, by the way. Oh shit. It was Genesis. Nice.
Genesis.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I love this album. It was definitely a turning point for this band. They went from their like MySpace core
Right.
like hype style of metal, deathcore.
Right.
And they went full on death metal with this one, and it kind of threw me through a little bit of a loop when it first came out, but then the more and more that I listened to it, I was like, this is some good shit.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Hell yeah. Yeah, I need to listen to Genesis a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good album. I mean, all of them are good.
Right.
But
exactly.
I think Embedded was the main single that came out to promote this one.
Yeah.
And when I first heard it, I was like, whoa, there's no breakdowns.
Right.
And I was a little upset, but the more I listened to it, this shit's real good.
Right. Sick, dude. Yeah, we had a solid
Yeah, dude.
solid list today, honestly.
Yeah.
Hell
Agreed. Yeah, I was a big fan of this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
It's nice to kind of step aside from the music and just look into a different angle.
Get a little shallow, you know
the
what
music.
I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Exactly.
We're judging books by its cover.
Exactly. Right.
All right, well, that's all we got for the night. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon in the corner so that you can get notified when we release new episodes. You can find us on YouTube at the Riff Report News. Follow us on Instagram at the.riff.report. Check us out on Tidal. We got many a playlist. Maybe I'll put together a playlist featuring the bands that we talked about today. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll remind you that we're putting out new episodes every Wednesday morning for your new releases and artist news. We got episodes every Friday at 6 p.m. for After Hours that you're watching right now. For now, stay loud, stay angry. We'll catch you in the pit.